My model didn't show up for a second, and I was like, ah. Wait, ah. But I think we're good. We're good. Anyways, hello. Hello. Art stream number 2. And we're gonna be working on, I feel like, oh, I think music's too loud. But anyways, we're gonna be working on this one again. From last time. I made absolutely no progress, since last time, but hopefully we can see more progress today. So let me actually just switch the song to my Grand Blue playlist, wherever that is. Let's shuffle her. And we're starting off strong with, okay, yeah, Cosmos. Nice. Okay. Let me just grab my references again, because thankfully, oh my god, this was like really kind of clutch actually, because a couple days ago, like, Grand Blue EN was talking about the exhibit that's gonna be happening soon, and they posted a picture of like on the site from the exhibit, they had a picture of like the exact like area that in the game, in Grand Blue at least, that my background is gonna be based off on, that they just posted. Very convenient. very convenient. So yeah, that was the, and then let me find him again. Sandalphon, Grand Blue, come here, because I'm gonna need him for colors. Yeah. Honestly, okay, I kind of have like a funny little thing though. I was showing, like, I had a friend over, and I was kind of showing her like, you know, like the VTuber setup, because she was asking about it, and it was like my VTube studio on my iPad wasn't loading, like it was just gray screening. So I was like, I need this in like an hour. I need this in an hour. What do I do? It was so bad. Like I restarted my tablet, like my iPad and everything, and it wouldn't load. And I kind of like shot myself. I was like, oh no, am I gonna have to be a PNG tuber for today? But thankfully it worked out. And for some reason, this image of Sandalphon really doesn't want to load. Is my computer okay? Please, I need him. I really need him. If I close other tabs that I don't really need at the moment. Maybe. Well, okay. I guess that's not gonna work. Okay, that's fine. I'll figure him out later. I'll put him under multiply. Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, thankfully. Oh, thank God. I didn't test out like my tablet's pressure sensitivity before I started, so I was like hoping and praying that everything was connected properly, and we're good. We're good. Start with locking out his code. Oh. I kind of still don't know what direction I want to go for with my coloring, but I think I kind of, I'm really torn between doing something more high contrast for this, or low contrast almost. Like, I don't know if I want to kind of give it out like that kind of more washed out effect, or if I want to do like a more bold, high contrast type of vibe. I think maybe if I start off high contrast, it's easier to like I think it's easier to use filters to like maybe, or actually, I was about to say, I was like, it was easier to use it to decrease contrast, but now I'm not so sure. Because I feel like a lot of gradient maps like actually increase your contrast. I guess you could go either way then, huh? But but it's still hard to get, like, I think it's, even with gradient maps, it's very hard to get like that super high contrast look that I'm kind of thinking about. Like, I have like a couple of pieces in mind that do this super well. Like there's one in the Grand Blue Fest art book, like from 2021, that has this, and then there's one of like album that I was referencing last time for the hair, kinda. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. Let's see if that loaded. Oh, it did! Okay. Sandy. Wait, ah! And I think I wanted to get that one Alvin piece wherever he is. There he is. Oh. Oh. My clip just like decided to not be full screen for a second, but this is kind of what I mean when I said like high contrast, like with the hair, like looking at this value, or like this value here versus like the value way at the back. It's like very, very different between the two. Even kind of like the skin, they used a very pale color here versus like here. But I feel like it's the most, like you can see it the most in the hair, I think. Yeah. That's what I mean. Okay. I feel like I haven't actually worked with the color blue for like a really long time, oddly enough, which is really funny because blue was like the color that I worked with the most at this time. Not even this time, but like in general. And yeah. So let me... I think I'm gonna start by color picking and then like gradient map my way. Or if I can even grab another picture of sandalphon, maybe his other art. Oh, he's so cute. I actually have a standee of him and Lucifer coming in at some point. Because I ended up, it was kind of an impulse buy. But I was like, oh god, it's kind of now or never, isn't it? It wasn't really now or never. But you know. You, like, spur of the moment, I was like, you know what? It's fine. Like, it's okay. It was worth it. I'm still, it should be coming in like any day now, I think. Is this granddaughter? Oh, it is. Or it's like the Zoe. Yeah, granddaughter high level. Okay, I was like, I was gonna add more songs to this playlist, but then I didn't. I kind of forgot. I forgot. I don't know what. Because I'm not sure which ones I wanted to add. Like, I was like, Especially because I mainly use, okay, because like I usually use Spotify to listen to Granblue music, but I don't want to get like, I don't want to get Spotify ads because I don't have like Spotify Premium, so I just use YouTube instead, because I don't, yeah, so that way you guys don't have to hear like a random advertisement every 2 seconds, and yeah. And my mom came in for a second, I was like, oh, my mother. Did nobody tell me I was off? Oh. Wait. I feel like Sandalphon's hair is like darker than this. Maybe I used one of his highlight colors in the highlights instead of mid-tone. It's the same color. Huh. I don't know why. I felt like his hair was like darker. Oh, maybe because of like I'm used to like this 5-star art. But it's like more red. Maybe I can just, oh wait, control U my way. Like, I always thought it was more like around here. But maybe that's like perceived color. Ah. I haven't done my Karen today. That's fine. I've been trying to grind out for the sun. But nope. It's the, what was it that was keeping me? The Sephiroth stones? Those little blue fuckers? Ugh. But I know I'm gonna get blocked by Astra's as soon as I'm done the summon, it's like, okay, 200 Astras. And I'll be like, ah, great. I love Astras. I love Arcarum. I feel like I'm looking at, oh my god, it's literal pixels. I'm zoomed in so far that it's literal pixels. Yeah. Oh well. So why am I using my gray color? It's not like its red is like super low contrast or anything. Oh, I feel like this is kind of something that I always like knew, but I'm very, this is kind of random, but I was just kind of thinking about it from today's events, I guess, but I am very, very bad spender. Like, I have very low impulse control when it comes to being like, oh, I want this. And it's like it's not like I've never worked or anything like that. Because like I know like, you know, how tiring it is to earn money. But I'm still like with like spending. It's kind of bad actually. But I think it's okay like for now. I know later on I can't be as lenient, I guess you could say. But for now it is fine, I think. I don't even... Oh. Okay, that's what that is. But yeah. Like... Yeah, like I was in like a crystal store because I like crystals. They're very like pretty. And I just like having them. But anyways, I was like, you know, I was originally there to get a very specific crystal. It was the sodalite? Sodalite? I don't know how you pronounce it. I've been saying it's sodalite. But I've heard people say sodalite and I was like, is it not soda? Maybe I'm just too busy thinking of like actual like pop. But anyways, yeah, so I was just there to get that one because it was very much like a whole academic type of thing. You know, like really good for students and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, this is the vibe. But then I ended up getting like a bunch of others that I had not planned on getting because turns out the crystal store that I go to got like a bunch of new ones, like new types, and I was like, oh, this is dangerous for me because like they're really cool ones. Like I know Fire Agate was one that I didn't even know existed until today, but I was very drawn to it. I was like, oh no, this is very much my type of thing. Because like those ones are shaped very oddly, like very differently. Like, you know, if you're looking at tumbles, they're usually very like circular, oval, whatever. But that one, like, just each one was super, super different. Like, they were, I don't even know how to describe it. They were just not ovals, they were just shaped really oddly for crystals, and I was like, oh my goodness, whoa. Yeah, and like, I know there were a couple of others that I was kind of eyeing, like, for a little bit. Like, Moonstone was one I was eyeing for a while. And I did end up getting a Moonstone one. And, what else did I get? Oh yeah, Star Jasper was an unexpected purchase. But I really liked how it was like, it was a textured one actually. It was very interesting to look at. And I won't, like, it reminded me of an emu egg, kinda. Like, it's a very odd comparison to make, but that's what it reminded me of. An emu egg, but like brown and pink instead of green. Because they're both kind of like textured in the same type of way. I don't know how many of you have seen an emu egg before, but if you haven't, I encourage you to search it up. Because, yeah, they're very interesting. They're like green. It's like a dark green and light green kind of specks, but the specks are actually like almost carved into it, or not even. I feel like it's actually the other way around. I feel like it's like the base is like the green, and then like the light green, I mean, and the dark green is like kind of on top, like on top. I don't know if that makes sense, but what I'm trying to say is dark green kind of sticks out on top of the light green. Star Jasper is the other way. It was like the brown, like the pink was almost carved into the brown. Yeah. But it's like the same type of vibe, like textured. And I was like, wow, emu egg. It's just such a, I feel like it's kind of such a, like a random thing to make a comparison to. But I swear it makes sense in my head. Because I'm like, because I just came out of a course where we talked about like, animal reproduction and stuff, or yeah, like reproduction in animals. It was like a reproduction course. And there's a part about, like aliens, because like the thing is with birds is that they're always different, but yeah, so in one of our like laboratory lab sessions, I was like, here are some eggs, and we were like, wow, eggs. It was actually really interesting. Like, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but like that course did end up being my favorite out of all the ones that I had taken last semester at least. I'm trying to think if it was my favorite course that I've taken overall. And I think it might be actually either that one or the physiology. Just because both of them had like such interesting labs, but I feel like I may be dethroned, like, by a course that I'm going to be taking very soon. I actually started, when do I start it? In 2 weeks. I start in 2 weeks. And it's like a lab course, so I'm gonna be, it's like majority of it is like lab portion, so I'm gonna be like running the experiments that they tell us to, and then yeah, and it's like a very minor in class, well not really in class, but I think it's only like an hour and a half of lecture per week, but it's also 8 hours of lab a week over 2 days. But that's okay, I'm looking forward to it. I'm like, I don't think I've ever really been this excited for a course before, but we'll see. I hope that it doesn't end up being really hellish, like a living hell. Okay. I can't help but feel, I think this is only the second time that I've drawn Sandalphon, I wanna say. I haven't drawn him too often, which is like, whoa. It's kind of surprising to me. I was like, oh wait, whoa. Because I always thought, like, I was like, I drew him more, but I don't think I have. Because he's like definitely, like Sandalphon's definitely one of my favorite Granblue characters. And he's kind of the reason, no he is the reason that I came back to the game, because I was like very on and off, like super casual whatever with it when I first started out. Then I saw him in like the preview for What Makes the Sky Blue Part 2, and I was like, well, I guess it's time to go back. It's time to go right back into Granblue. And then I haven't I haven't known freedom since. I've been stuck in this hell. This hell of my own making. Kinda, yeah. It's like, oh, grid grinding, guild war, all that. I haven't even started the new event actually. I really need to get on that before it goes away. I'm usually like super on top of events, with the exception of Guild War. But I'm usually very on top of like event story. Like, oh yeah, like it came out, I'll finish it like, you know, like the morning I wake up type of thing. Like after, because it usually comes out like, I think stories come out around, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 a.m. for me. Like just like basically like super late at night or early in the morning when I'm asleep. Or when I should be asleep, I should say. But yeah. But usually I would do them like, I would wake up and I'd be like, okay, let's finish the story. And then I just go through it all in one go. But with this one I haven't gotten myself to do it. Even though Eustace is in it, like I have to see him. I miss him. I don't know how long it's been since we've seen. No, it hasn't been that long. He was in the Cassius Ramen event. I think that was back in I want to say that was back in February? It was like early in the year. So it's only been a few months. It's been super long since Eustace has showed up. But I'm glad that we are getting to see the society members in like more I guess I kinda wanna say more casual events, like with the ramen event. Like there wasn't like a super huge, like almost end of the world type storyline going on. I'm like, oh, thank God they get a break. Give them a break. They deserve it. They've been through so much. Oh. Oh yeah? Oh my god, hello! Thank you for the raid! Maestro? Maestro? Hello! Oh my goodness. Oh. I appreciate it, I appreciate it. I'm working on Sandalphon today from Granblue. Working on coloring him. I finished up sketch last stream? And yeah, so now I'm working on coloring. I don't know if you're in... Oh, ENVtuber! ENVtuber gang! ENVtuber meets DemonTuber? Yeah, I really enjoy it. Granblue is definitely one of my favorite games. I think it's very grind heavy though, I would say. Like it's kind of hard to get started in because like I know when I first started I was like, what do I do? But once you kind of get into it, you kind of know. Like there's a lot of guides out there, thankfully. And I really enjoy the story as well, like especially the more recent stuff that's come out. And of course, like the event that this character that I'm drawing, the one that he's in. Oh wait, I have clipping group on. I was gonna point an arrow, but with clipping group. But anyways, the one that he's in is also like probably my favorite storyline. But yes, I recommend it, but be prepared for a grind. How was your stream, by the way? I hope it went well. Let's see. I need to find a fat guy. Where's the 000? Oh, here it is. Grinding? Yeah. It's like a lot of grinding and drop rates, but they do give a lot of freebies. Like I kind of like had the game kind of build my stuff for me in a sense. Oh, did you? What are things? I'd love to see actually if you want to like link it. I want to say I think like links should be working. If not, like maybe you could probably like drop your Twitter or something or socials and I could like take a little peek. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Not pen. Ah. I think I kind of wanted to do kind of like this one. Yeah, try it. I'm not sure if I have like my I don't know if it's like the auto mod or whatnot. Does anything like filtering links, but definitely give it a shot. I haven't drawn feathers, I think, ever actually, so this is gonna be an experience. I'm gonna probably end up shoot. Oh my god, I actually updated my clip after the last stream. So now I have the liquefy tool. I don't know if I can ever, like, live without it now. I can't go back. Oh, perfect. Let me see. Oh, that's super cute! Oh, I love the face. Oh my goodness. Is that your VTuber, like your avatar? Like your VTuber? Yeah, no bot filter. I guess there is no bot filter. That's okay. I haven't really had a need for it. Ah, I see, I see. I like her design. It's very cute. Okay. Liquefy my beloved. I never had Photoshop, so like, I think now that Clip has this, I understand. I kinda get it. Also, but yeah. I know, with Grand Blue though, they did recently, I think it was like a couple months ago, they had their anniversary stuff. So, oh! Oh, haha! Thank you for the follow! Thank you, thank you. I heard the bonk and I was like, wow! Sometimes I forget that I have that set up. I was like, oh. And then I get hit by something. Like, at least for follows. Yeah. Okay. I can always figure out how to paint the actual feather later. That's okay. This is just a very rough sketch of it. The background is more important to me. Heart bonk, yeah! And now a baseball bat bonk. Yes. I think the throwing system is probably like the best thing I've ever gotten. It's so funny. I just love like... I guess I just love getting bonked by things. I remember like, I was playing Helltaker like a while back, and because I was so down bad, everyone was basically just spamming bonk bonk bonk, and I had so many baseball bats thrown at me. It's kind of enough to like give someone a concussion. I kind of want to play around with values here, but it's a little hard because I don't have much foreground going on unless I add those little plant thingies. I'm thinking maybe I could just block in colors and I can always change values later. I want to do like a kind of a fisheye with the pillars. Like a little... like, shoo. Kinda like that, maybe. I would usually like sketch out the background, but I kinda wanna... I'm kind of feeling like an experimenting kind of mood today. So I might try to just do like a blob to not blob. Blob to defined, yeah. Something like that. I don't know. I don't remember the name for the thing that people would always say, but you get the gist of it, I hope. Yeah, actually, all the music that's playing right now, like the playlist that I have going, it's all music from Grand Blue as well. I forgot to mention that. Yeah. So like, it's also got a banger soundtrack on top of, honestly a good story in my opinion at least. But I'm not very picky with my stories. Like I feel like I either really like a story or I'm like, okay, yeah, that was pretty good. Or I'll hate it. Yeah. Oddly enough, I think the composer like also plays the game. It's really funny because like the whole, like the cast and everyone, like they all play the game as well. So yeah. It might be time to re-enter Gacha Hell? Listen. You could. I mean, I think they do have free 10 pulls going on right now for Golden Week. Just saying. I haven't done my 10 pull today, actually. But yeah, they have their 10 pulls going. Just throwing it out there for you. If you happen to re-enter Gacha Hell while you were here watching the stream, I would be happy to help you and tell you what to do and where to start. I think if I can remember like, you know, where to go. I think I do. I think it's just a matter of like, start the main story and kind of, yeah, free temples. I think it started a few days ago. I can double check actually when it ends. Maybe free daily template draw. Yeah, so it's going on for like another, I think 4 days? Something like that. But in case you do start, I will say, I'm gonna put it in the chat, but this website here is probably your best friend. And because like it basically, oh my god, that just clicked right on me, but it has like everything on there, like for all the events and like all the different weapons, and I think there's some guides on here, like for what we call grids, and it's kind of like how your characters get stronger on top of like leveling up. It's a little confusing at first, it's like very intimidating, but once you kind of get a good start, it like starts to make a little sense. To be honest, I don't really get the math aspect of it, because like apparently like there's like a little bit of math that goes into it, but I don't do that. I just I just follow the guides. I'll let the other people do the math for me, and I'll just, if they tell me that something is good, then I'll be like, okay. Yeah, math. I was like, what? I remember the first time I saw them talking about multipliers, and it's like, you know, your damage multipliers, and I was like, excuse me? Just tell me what to... How about you just tell me, like, what to put into my, like, stuff, and we call it a day. Like, just say, tell me what weapons I need to get, tell me what I need to grind. I'm not about to- I do enough math as is, like, for my degree. I don't need to do even more math. But yeah, don't be discouraged by that. I was just kind of saying it as kind of like a joke. You don't have to do any math yourself. That's for the chads. Like the super high level maybe. Like max level. Trying to grind out everything, like soloing the hard fights type optimization. Yeah, basically, like I just kind of look at the tier list is a nice place to start. Like maybe you can also find like a character that catches your eye, perhaps. Yeah, I think let me see the tier list actually. Okay, because I know they released new characters somewhat recently. Oh, but yeah, even with characters, there's like a little, like there's some that are seasonal, of course, like every gacha, but with Granblue they have certain characters that come by, like they come back every month. Like those are called like the grand characters, I think. Yeah, grand characters. I think it's still like the same name in English and in Japanese, but those ones are usually fairly strong. Or at least back then they were. I don't really know. Nowadays I feel like sometimes like new characters are kind of creeping up on them in terms of power. I wonder if I'll get this one. But yeah. If there's anyone that catches your eye, feel free to let me know. Kinda curious. I know I have two favorites in this game, but one of them is playable, one of them is not, and I don't think he will be for a long time. Because he's like one of the villains, but... Does it? It should! In the tier list they have like thumbnails, I think. Like they have their faces. Unless it's not loading for you. Because like, yeah, if you're looking at the tier list, you should at least be able to see their face. You can't see like the full body until you click their page, but... Oh, okay, you're looking at character page. Okay. Yeah, there you go. On top of the normal tier list, there's also like, they have like the eternal, like if you, kind of at the top of the page, like in one of the bullet points, like there's like the Eternals and Arcarum evokers. Those are, oh, what did I just do? I think I just accidentally refreshed my page, my YouTube. Oh well. But, but anyways, those are other characters as well. They have their own tier list just because like they're kind of on a, different type of priority, just because you don't really obtain them regularly. It's like it's a whole process for both of them. Oh my god. It's not. My hand is going faster than my scrolling. Having a moment. There we go. Yeah, sort of. Oh yeah. I'll definitely take a look. I know some of the characters have like more than one version, like seasonal alts. Yeah, there are so many. There are so many. Yeah. It's like, it's really hard to pick a favorite as well. Oh, we are, yeah! Just a cat. That one is relatively new. We haven't seen very much of Eliar like yet. I think they only showed up in one event, and then they have like a dragon form because they were originally a raid. Actually, let me grab the. I'll grab like the raid page. Or, oh, I guess it doesn't... Hang on. Oh, okay, there's like a little slideshow. Give it a second to switch to... There we go. Open image. Okay, hopefully that works out. But yeah, like that's the... It's the same character, but like it originally started out as like a raid along with like 5 others, you know, one for each element type of thing. And they were like the 6 dragons. Yeah. Ended up being quite important for grinding purposes, unfortunately. Yeah. Actually, if you want to look at the other designs. Actually, here, let me just I'll send the link. There you go. Like that has like all their dragon designs, and I think we do have like kind of more humanoid designs for all of them. But other than Eliar, it was like Feriel and Wilnas, the dark and the fire ones, that also got like playable characters so far. It's very interesting to see how they like translated the dragon designs into like more humanoid. Yeah, they recently got an event as well, so like we got to see more of their story and everything. And it left me with many questions about the lore. Yeah, this one, it was weird because like I don't remember the story exactly, but yeah, when they make villains playable characters, it's very like kind of wondering. I was like, oh, I feel like a lot of the times with Granblue, I feel like they kind of get a redemption in a sort. Like. I'm trying to think of villains that ended up being playable, or rather antagonists, I should say. Like, if you in the light tier list, like the one guy who's tier 10, Nahon, he was originally the antagonist of one of the events, but they ended up making him playable. And he kind of like got his redemption. Same thing with the like blue-haired girl in Light as well. It's very, yeah, so I do like it when Granblue does that. Like, they'll find a way to make, like, the main character, like the captain, I guess is what they call them, meet them. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's, like, I think, there's just a couple of villains that I'm kind of like, I don't think they'll make them fully playable. Granblue has this thing also called, like, summon stones, which is kind of like, if you use them in a fight, like, they'll give your team extra effects type of thing. And I feel like that's one way that they've made villains quote-unquote playable. Especially ones that, like, have, I guess, no redemption. So that you can, because they're very loved characters, very popular characters, so I feel like that's their way of making them playable, in a sense, for everybody who really, like, wants to have them on their teams. The thing is, they're also very good summons. Like, I see that people use them a lot. At least the two that I'm thinking of. One of them is actually one of my favorites. Kinda miss him. Hasn't shown up in a while. Actually, let me see. I can probably grab both of them for you. They both have good designs as well. Like, this one's a bit, but Beelzebub. But I know, Granblue also has like a fighting game. Okay, here, I sent the two. But anyways, like, those are the two villains that I was talking about that were like super popular, and then they made them into like really good summons. But anyways, they also have like a fighting game for like the PlayStation, and I think it's also on Steam. Like Granblue Versus. That came out like a while ago. And both of the villains that I sent just now are playable characters, like they're DLC characters. So you can actually fight as them. And it's very... I enjoy it a lot, actually. Like, getting to see their interactions and their moves, and like how they would be animated and everything. Yeah, Awuga, indeed! So true. Oh my god, Awuga. That's how I feel. Belial, the first one, like the first link, he's the favorite of mine. He's a favorite. He is like, oh my god, at first I was like, oh, okay, he's kind of fun. And then he very, like, quickly climbed up the list. Really quickly, like, overtaking all of my favorites. And now he's kind of tied for first place with, actually it was Lancelot. He's in the water tier list. I'll find him for you. Just because there's so many characters. I'll send his newest version. His grand. But what's funny is that, like, they have such different vibes. Like, my top two, like the ones that are tied for first for me, they have such different vibes. Like, Lancelot's very much, you know, like, pristine knight type thing going for him, while Belial is like all about debauchery and like you know, cunning, and he's just overall a villain. Like, he's just a straight up villain. Everything about him. Like, they made him originally so that everybody who plays the game hates him, but in the end everybody ended up loving him. Myself included. He's just so much fun. And yeah, it's just Yeah. Usually, like, my types are always more like like knightly, princely, whatnot. That's one of my types, I guess, but I find myself, like, drawn to them. But then, like, Belial came in and ruined everything. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. I just found him very, very just fun. Like, there's just so much to think about with him and, like, his story. So, if you do end up playing the game, their stories have been, like, permanently added, basically, into, like, the side story part. So you can always, like, poke around that series. It's like, What Makes the Sky Blue is what it's called. So I definitely recommend looking into it, because that is definitely, like, I mean, if you play at least, but that's, like, my favorite out of all of them. Don't know if these are the colors I want to go for. I think I should probably do a switcheroo. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Of course, of course. Basically, if you don't remember what event, it should be whichever ones have this character that I'm drawing right now in them. Okay. I'll do almost a yellow golden light. It's not too early for that. Okay. Just my chair. Whew. See what they did. This little back area here. Oh, what the? That is the wrong brush. Oh, I didn't realize I was selected on, like, the funky little glitter brush. What's it? Oh, but something here is wrong. Yeah, of course it is. I'm always like, whenever this song comes on, I was like, is this what I think it is? And then I'm like, oh yeah, it is. I don't know if, like, you have songs like that, but yeah, it's like, oh yeah. It's like, I know this song, but is this what I think it is? Yeah. Thank God for transformation tools. It saves so much time. if you do have any, like, other questions about Granblue, feel free to, like, just throw them in chat, and I can do my best to answer. Whether it's, like, about characters or, like, how things work. I've been getting a little rusty with my backgrounds. It's been a while, I feel, since I've done a full-on type of background. But that's okay. It's kind of like, I kind of have like a love-hate relationship with forgetting how to draw certain things, because like on one side it's like, oh man, now I'm gonna have to spend so much more time working on this because I don't remember. But on the other hand, it's like, relearning it kind of allows you to try new things without falling into old patterns. And I feel like that's kind of a big part of growth. So it's very nice. In that sense, at least, I should say. It's not coming in from the top. What did I? Oh, I was like, what happened here? I colored it when it was flipped. Oopsie. Oh well. I'm just gonna. The song that's playing right now is like a nature like theme song for the event that this character is actually a part of. So every time it comes on, I'm like, oh, oh, all the emotions. I did make a new layer, okay. I feel like I need to do more Oh my god, excuse me. More value studies, I think. And I'm doing this now. I was trying to think about this earlier, like before I started the stream. And I was like, oh. The values in this one, they're gonna kinda screw me over, aren't they? Because I don't think I have a very defined... Well, I guess kind of, never mind, I guess now if the character is the foreground, the pillars are like the midground, and then the wall is the background. I'm thinking really hard right now. Okay, hang on. I think actually I can make this work. I think this is gonna be kind of a reverse of what I see a lot, cause, or not really reverse, oh, in a sense, kinda? Cause like, what I see a lot, I guess it would be easier to, like, I'll draw it out like a little mini, like in a new layer, like, if you're saying like this is your canvas, if I can draw it, like this is the canvas, and like, you have like your, you know, your like foreground and whatnot, let's just say like some trees, whatever, bushes, I don't know, but like usually they're very dark, like usually this whole foreground area is super, super dark, like this is what I see a lot, and then like you have your midground and it's like, you know, something, like more and more details, like here, sorta, whatever, maybe like here, but then you have your, I don't know, maybe like a little bit over here too, I don't really know, but then you have your background which is super light, and like the focus ends up being around here, in this area, in like the super light area, but kind of what I'm, like, that's kind of something that I noticed a lot, but then what I'm thinking, I guess, actually, I should just, like, in comparison, is doing kind of like, instead of composing my thing like that, it's like my foreground is my focus, and then I have like my midground, and then my midground a little, and then my background is super light. I think it could still, I think it can still work, especially like maybe if I add like some of the little plant thingies that I see. I don't know if that makes any sense, but my little thought process, my brain had a little wait a minute moment. But stop overthinking this. It can work. I can make it work. But yeah, I still do want to do like a lot of studies and such. Just because I think they're super beneficial. Even though like it can be a little boring sometimes. Just a little. It's like hard to know where to start. I think that's my biggest struggle when it comes to the studies. It's like, where do I start? Or like, where do I start looking? And like, because my brother's been trying to get into art recently as well, and he keeps asking me about like things like studies and stuff as well, and I sometimes don't really know how to answer him, because I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, Chief, I don't know either. I don't know where to look for that kind of stuff either. But I think I had the slight advantage of starting when I was young, so that's kind of why I have a good sense for things nowadays, or I guess better sense, I should say. I don't really want to say, yeah, better sense is what I should be saying, but yeah. Maybe. My playlist is looping now, because I refreshed my page by accident. Oh well. A while back, but yeah. That should be enough detail for the background. I can just, like, oh my god. I wonder if I can start like this maybe, and then I can use my liquify tool. Ooh, liquefy my beloved. Liquefy my beloved. Ooh, baby. I don't think this part's even gonna show up because of the mid-ground, but I'm gonna put it in anyways in case I do end up fixing up those pillars and their positioning. Because I do want them to, like, to frame Sandalphon. I think they are at the moment, but I also think that they need some adjusting. Like, just because I feel like their placement is slightly awkward. Just slightly. I don't know, I think maybe I need more space vertically, like just a little more. Because I wanted to add sort of like a halo drawn in, like this, sort of? Or like even with like with a circle. Like a circle as well. Like connecting it. Kind of to frame him more. Like, I kind of wanted to do that in, either in kind of like the white, or maybe in gold. Kind of, like a super pale gold type of thing. But that's something that I'm still kind of sitting on. I'm not sure. I have it there just so I don't forget the idea. But the main idea is going to be the glowing plume. Yeah. What is this? Oh, is it plumes? That's sandalphon. What is this? Oh, that was my draft. Okay. Don't need this. Boop. Actually, it's probably not a good idea to copy paste flip that because the light's gonna be going the other way. Jade. Ha 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 ha. Liquefy. Liquefy my beloved. Oh my god. I know my last stream was supposed to be an endurance stream. And I didn't get the minion. I have to clear the... Or not clear, I have to get gear again this week from the Final Fantasy 14 raid, Alliance raid. Because it reset... Because, you know, it resets on Tuesdays. It reset yesterday, technically, but I was really tired yesterday, so I didn't get to play. Because I was out. Because I had plans. But... yeah, so, like, the thingy reset, so I need to go back in there. I know I gave up last week and I got the aiming top, casting top instead of aiming, but this week I'm gonna try and hold out for either aiming top. I really wanted aiming top, but maybe I can hold out for aiming gauntlets as well. Because I thought I had them, but I didn't apparently. And I think I need to help my brother as well figure out, because he's like thinking of playing Bard. So I was thinking like I need to probably show him maybe what level. I only have my Bard at like 84, I think. So I don't have it fully leveled yet, but I think between like 80 and 90, there's only so much that changes. I think you only get like one new skill. At least that's how it was for like my two classes that I did get to 90. Like my machinist and my red mage. Actually, speaking of which, I feel like... What is this? Oh my god. second. Okay, sorry. I was just seeing something. There was an interesting question that was brought up in by my friends, where it was like, for your Final Fantasy XIV character, what class wouldn't suit them? And I was kind of thinking about like Teruko, and I feel like White Mage. I was saying White Mage wouldn't suit her at all. Because, I don't know, it's like very, you know, like pure, oh, healing, healing. I don't really know because I haven't done White Mage quests, but I just feel like the vibe, it's the vibe that doesn't sit right for her, I think. Like, Sage and Scholar, because I have like, okay, the thing is like with Teruko, like my OC, I have her like in a bunch of different AUs type of thing. So, because she's kind of like my, not self-insert, but insert, like just straight up insert, like I put her in everything character. So like I feel like Scholar and Sage could kind of, I'm gonna have to do these quests because I haven't leveled these classes yet because I'm just scared to heal. Because, oh my god, last time I tried to heal was an interesting story, but I'll get back to that. But anyways, yeah, like Scholar and Sage could kind of be a nod at like, maybe like, I would say like maybe her FGO AUs, because in FGO, like I have her, like she's very, like her intellect is very high in that one. Compared to like her other ones, her other universes type of thing. Yeah. And I just completely forgot that Astro existed. But I feel like that one wouldn't suit her very well either. I don't really have, or maybe? Actually, hang on. I don't know. I think I have to do the class quest to see if she fits the vibe. If it passes the vibe check. I just feel like Teruko would be much more of a healer slash DPS. Yes. I do have a Grand Blue AU for her as well. I guess to keep it on topic. But she's a medic. She's a medic there. Which is, you know, like healing. It's not DPS. But in her story, like obviously I had to throw in a bit of those like fighting elements about her, because I feel like it's not her if she can't, like, or not can't, but like if she never fights. Like, nah, she's gotta have that. I need to redesign her though. her old design was basically just like the doctor class in Grand Blue. But I kind of want to give her like a more unique, rather than just, oh look, she's this class. I think I should have blend this out more. I feel like this is, like, in the rough pick it looks a lot more blended out because it's more like round. I think the song that's playing right now is the Cosmos fight from the last anniversary event. I think that event also, I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about it, but it left me with a lot of questions as well, kind of thing, like, kind of a, it's more of a, well, what's next type, you know? with everything that happened like near the end. Although I definitely didn't expect it to be like a walk through history type of event. But it definitely felt like at least in the beginning, I was like, oh wow, end of the world type of thing. Again. You know, just another day on the Grand Cipher. Another day, another threat to existence. We love to see it. But I love that kind of stuff. I don't know. Anything that's like threat to humanity, threat to existence type of thing, end of the world. Stuff about like creation, like I love it. I live for it. It's my type of story, I feel. I don't know. It just really gets me hyped up. I'm always like, yeah! And that's why I love like things like the Angel series, like the Archangel series, or trilogy, I guess. And even the Society, I get like the ones that I have read. I haven't read them all, of course. Oh wait, have I? No, I haven't. The earlier ones. I haven't read the earlier ones. But yeah. I should read them, they're inside stories. But yeah. Like anything like that, it's just, I don't know, something about it. Just kinda like, it's different. Yeah. You think. Thinking. I think. Which one is this? Oh, this is the Catalina one, I think. Catalina! Okay. Actually, I forgot to tell my friend something. There we go. I forgot I had something that I had to... This is your friend, I forgot to answer. But that's okay. Because... Yes. Just like for Dungeons and Dragons thing. Oh. Oh, okay, I see how this works. I feel like the colors used here almost... It's like similar to this gradient map that comes with Clip. Because I was trying to think about like what I would use for color adjustments later. It kind of feels similar to this one gradient map that I have. But it's like... This one's more blue-green, while the one I have is more... blue purple. Ka-chow! Ka-chow, hello, welcome. I am working on this bad boy today. Doing details that you may not even be able to see in the final product, but that's okay. Yeah. Back to the background ground. Actually, maybe I should figure out the pillars first before I spend hours doing the background. I think it should be better for me. It would be better for me to do an even number of colors than odd. Because then if I do odd, it would kind of be like... kind of weird, wouldn't it? I feel like if I do odd numbers, it would be a little off-putting for the composition. Because then I would have one like this. And then I would have one like this. And then one like this. And another one like this. And one like this. But like thicker. Nah, I don't like it. Even numbers. So I think my issue with these ones that I did was that I made them curling too much. I think so. Maybe. I kind of wanted to give it that fisheye effect, but... like slight fisheye? I don't really know. I guess like that's the only way that I know how to describe it. Like that like weird like curving that it gets kind of yeah. It's weird. It's like I don't know. Like I can see it in my head, like in my mind's eye, I like see it somewhat clearly, but it's kind of hard to like put that on paper. I wonder. Hang on. I wonder if one of my like not Pinterest. If one of my like how many pins? One of my like almost 2,000 pins in my little art reference board has pillars that are like that. I wonder. I have so many things on my little Pinterest board. Oh my goodness. Let's see. If I don't find anything like quick enough, then I'll simply go back to drawing and maybe look for something later. But yeah, I don't think I do. I feel like everything I have is like it's not really fisheye, it's more just like a normal type of lens, normal angle type of thing going on. Yeah. Oh well. That's okay. It's okay. We'll just go back to put, there we go. So like what if what if I stretched this kinda like, cause I think it's like I feel like the closer it is. I'm kind of like trying to think to myself like out loud right now. Cause if I was to think about this like in my head, I would be sitting here very silently. But I feel like it's it might be interesting also for, or at least I hope it is. It's interesting for people to see my thought process as I draw. Just because I feel like when it comes to art and like art that people post online, you only like see the final product and you don't really see what the thought process behind everything was unless you have more of a trained eye and like you understand like, oh, they did this to give like this effect, yada 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 and whatnot. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but like that's kind of like the thing I was talking about earlier with the values in foreground and background and composition. Because like it's not because like in theory I know how these work, like I know how it works in theory, but I feel like I haven't really, this is kind of the first time that I'm really thinking about it and like actively putting it in practice, at least in terms of values. But the fisheye thing is completely different. This is more of a different type of, different type of composition thought. Yeah. this is more about not only composition, but also kind of like how lenses work. Ooh, do not cut up this entire layer. Yeah, I think it makes more sense for it to be less at the front. I think so. Maybe I need to look at fisheye lenses more. But I feel like to me, in my mind, it makes more sense. Hang on. We're gonna do a little Googling. A little Googling. Fisheye pillars. Yeah. I'm sure there's some. Oh! No, wait! I think it's the other way around. I think... Oh! I think it's the closer it is to the lens, the more distorted it is. I had it backwards. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ruh-roh. Hang on. Oh yeah. Okay. Well. I'm gonna have to make some adjustments. So it's the other one that I should have stretched out. Maybe if I copy that and then... There we go. Bring that back to how it was distorted, and I'm gonna just save that for later. And then... Let's, Ah, no. No. Eh. Like, stretch this out a little. Maybe. This is why references are important, kids. Your mind may not remember things, as they happen. I know, like, the pillars in the reference picture look kind of different, but I had, like, a very specific idea of, like, not having that kind of framing on the pillars, just because I feel like that would, take away a little from the composition that I want? If that makes any sense? Like, I don't know, I feel like it would just add, like, too much, and like, too many horizontal elements when I really want more of a vertical vertical type of composition thing. Yeah. Like, I feel like, because like when you add more like vertical stripes and stuff, things like seem longer, like in or taller. Like it kind of gives that illusion, and that's kind of the vibe that I want. And like I want the vibe that there's a lot of space vertically. But if I was to add like those little, like, I think maybe I should circle it. If I circle it, it may make more sense. Let's like do it in red. Like this part, like this whole thing. This. Like you see like this little curve and how it like sticks out horizontally. I feel like if I was to add that, it would kind of like, you know, break that like vertical illusion. It would make things seem shorter, almost. I feel like that's kind of my own interpretation of it, based off like what I know, kind of, if that makes sense. Because like, you know, when you wear, it's kind of like the same thing with tops, right? Like when you're talking about shirts. So like when you're wearing vertical striped pants, right? Like everyone says if you want to look taller, you wear like pants with like vertical stripes or with vertical elements, because it gives the illusion that your legs are longer than they actually are. And it's the same thing with shirts. Like if you wear a shirt that has like horizontal stripes, then you can seem like wider than you actually are, because it gives the illusion that like you're wider. I don't know if I'm just tripping or if this is just a thing that I heard, but I think, yeah, I think like that's kind of the thing. But it's times like these that I wish I went to art school. Because then I would kind of I would know these things. I would be absolutely sure. But that's okay. You know, you kinda just... you learn as you go. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think this is gonna be fine. Like, there's something, I don't know. I always have like this whole inner debate of like, should I have gone to art school? Like, should I? But, to be fair, if I went to art school, what would I be doing now, 3 years in? You know? Because I feel like my entire life would be very different if I did go to art school. Because, like, you know, like all my friends that I've met in, because I'm in STEM, and, you know, like I actually, like legitimately I'm in STEM, but like all the friends that I met in my current program and such, like, I wouldn't have met them. Like, we wouldn't know that, like, if I chose, like, if my final decision ended up being, you know, going to art school instead of going to STEM, then I would be friends with very different people right now, I think. And I kind of wonder how that would have ended up being for me, like in the long run type of thing. I don't know. It's just like interesting to think about. Especially because it was like, it was a very close call. Like, when I was getting ready to apply to programs, or even picking out like my grade 12 or senior year courses, I was like, STEM art, because I didn't take visual arts, or like, and I think I took like a Photoshop / like media, Illustrator, like that kind of stuff. Like, it was almost more like graphic design course in my high school. I took those throughout like the first 3 years of high school, but then the fourth one I ended up dropping art, much to my art teacher's dismay. She did get mad, well, not really get mad like legitimately, but like she was upset at me for it because I was one of her favorites. I wasn't the favorite. The favorite was actually my friend who did go to art school, but I was one of them. Even though I think she knew like I wasn't gonna end up going to art school. But yeah, like when I was picking my grade 12 courses, I ended up dropping it because of like complications that I had with one of my other courses. I didn't want to like mess up my average for that in that sense. I won't really go into too much detail, but I will say one teacher was harder than another and I had to pick between an average for, or like not average, like a grade for a super important course versus a grade for a course that may not even be used, or I technically wouldn't need per se. Although it would have definitely, like, would have been a nice grade booster. Why did my video pause? Rude. Anyways, YouTube decided to say, are you not watching anymore? No, I'm listening. Don't worry, YouTube. But anyways, yeah. So I ended up picking the other course over hers, so I wanted to spare as well. So like if I took, even though like, I don't know, I don't mind art, like the art class. But yeah. So I think it was kind of then that really locked in that I'm not gonna go to art school type of thing. Although I definitely could have switched in like near the beginning of the year, or semester, I guess. Oh no, that would have been the beginning of the year. But that's okay. Although I don't know if you technically need grade 12 art for art school. Because, like, I think the nice thing about grade, like, I don't know if it's like actually a required course, but I know that it's focused on portfolio building. So, like, that would be something that's very handy. But I think the programs that I would have been trying for would have been very competitive. Although, to be fair, I almost did, I think it was last year. I almost, gave up and switched, or gave up on STEM and switched to art school for graphic design. That was it, but then I was like, man, I'm like already so far into this degree, I'll just finish it. And I don't really regret that decision. Like, sometimes I just think like yeah, I don't regret going into STEM. Like, don't get me wrong. Even though, like, I'll complain about it and I'll cry about it. Yeah. I'll be like, oh my god, it's so hard, oh my god, so much work, but yeah. It's not that bad. I really do enjoy the content that we learn, even though I get very, really, like, very burnt out and very tired. But we love STEM in this house. We love science. I don't know. I just think, like, the concepts are just super cool to me, you know? It's like, ooh, yes, tell me about how this world works. Yeah, right? I just, like, I think this one, like, with past choices, this is one that I think about a lot, just because it literally would have changed the entire trajectory of my life, I think. It's weird. Like, I wouldn't, like, if I went to art school, you and I wouldn't know each other. You never would have taught me to play Magic. But then on the flip side, I think I'm like, where would my art be? Like, my art knowledge, like, where would, like, how much would I know if I did go to art school? But then again, like, I think, yeah, like, back then I was thinking more game design, but now it's like, I feel like graphic design would be more my thing. Just because, like, even though my main focus is illustration, you're better than art school. You know what? Okay, you know, it's okay. I've heard things about art school. Also, hello to welcome. Kind of. I kind of like went on a whole tangent about what if I did art school instead of science, and then like, cause I was talking about like my thought process with composition and backgrounds, and like values, and fisheye lenses, but and it kind of like devolved into like, what if I could have done art school instead, because like, I don't know if I talked to you about this, but I was like super on the fence about it in I guess you would call it like junior year. That's kind of when I made my final decision, when I had to submit courses. Like junior year of high school, I mean. But yeah. Encourage me. Yeah, I think you were leaning towards me going into like graphic design, right? Even though back then I was more considering like, yeah. I have to learn magic and an army of simps from choosing STEM. You know what? I will say, you're out of the army of simps that you're speaking of specifically. You are my most dedicated, and I appreciate you. But yeah, I remember you were encouraging me to do graphic design. Back then, I know I like considered it when I was in my like really early on. I was like, oh, maybe I'll do animation, or maybe I'll do graphic design, or like interior design. But then I was like, nah. And then I thought maybe game design, because I know there's a school here that has a program for that. But yeah, in the end I was like, biology! And now I get to harass everybody with the with facts about all sorts of things. Yeah, let's go! My most dedicated sim. You should, I know your brother claims to be my #1 simp. I think he should step his game up. I'm joking, kind of. I don't know if he's here right now. But if you are, then yeah. I think maybe. Actually, wait, Tiff, if you're still like listening, I was talking. Okay. I was talking about like the whole vertical stripes make things like look taller. Am I tripping? Am I tripping with that? Is that like something like some myth that I heard, or is it like actually a thing? Oh, he works at 5 a.m. He claimed it first. He did claim it first, yeah. He works. Okay, that's true. I forgot he works like super early, huh? I know sometimes like he'll answer me. Like I'll like text him something and he'll answer me like super early, like 6 a.m. or something, and I'm like, are you still awake, or like did you wake up? But I guess I would have woke up. But yeah, so I was kind of like, cause I was talking about like, you see like these things here, like these like these these like arcs and like this like sort of thing, and I was talking I think about how like, yeah, like I was talking about how kind of like a horizontal elements may break the illusion that like the vertical ones give. I don't know if that makes sense. Really? You've never heard it? Like you've never heard to like wear vertical striped pants to make your legs look longer? He's at work at 6 every day. My goodness. No? Am I going insane? No, I'm googling this. I'm googling this. Hang on. Wear striped pants to look taller. Yeah! Okay, it is a thing. Vertical stripes pretty much do the same thing as something whatever column dressing is. They give the illusion that you're super tall even if you're not. Okay. I'm not going insane. I thought I was going a little crazy, but no. Okay. Yeah, and like the same type of thing, like with horizontal stripes that make you look wider. But what I was thinking, like when like my thought process when I was doing these pillars was like the little things that I highlighted in the bottom right there, like these things. Like if because I was looking at this reference, because originally I didn't really plan, like I didn't really look at the reference when I was planning, like because like this is like, you know, Kanan from Paradise Lost, but like these things, I didn't plan for them because I didn't remember that they were there. Like I remember that they were pillars, but I didn't remember like that the whole arc and like this like little things that stick out. But I feel like if I added them here, it would kind of like screw my composition over, you know? Because like I have like so many vertical elements, and then like suddenly adding like horizontal ones kind of, I feel like that would like throw it off. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know. It's just kind of like a gut feeling, I guess, that I'm getting. Wait, this is super off topic, but kind of related to a little mini conversation I had just now. Do you guys ever kind of use the, like, do you ever talk to different friend groups in different ways? But like, sometimes when you're caught off guard, you like accidentally speak to someone in a way that you would speak to like a different friend group. If this person is watching my stream right now, I feel like this would be really awkward. Because if he's here, then he'll know. He'll know that I'm talking about him. But yeah, okay, because like with my, you know, like my close friends, like to Chad and some other people, or especially to, I feel, I'll be like whenever there's like something that I have to say or like urgently or whatnot, I'll be like, I'm gripping you, like kind of like, yeah, just like gripping you. But I said that to actually, wait, no, you know this person. I don't know if I want to say his name, like, outright. I'll actually DM you who it is, like, now. But, where are you? There you are. I'll DM you. Hang on. Okay, I already DM'd the right person. But anyways, yeah, so like, I accidentally said that, like, to him just now, and he was like, what do you mean, gripping me? And I was like, I don't know what you're thinking, but it's probably not that. It's like, I feel more like, when I say gripping you, it's more like violently. I feel like I have a specific image in mind, but I don't know if I can find it. But it's like, kind of like, it's kind of, it's like, how do I draw this? Like very much like a, oh, cool. Yeah, so I was like, how do I draw this? I'm trying to draw, how do I draw a fist? Like a, but like, yeah. Oh wait, maybe I feel like, is that high enough? No, it's okay, it's high enough. Sure. Like very violently type of gripping you very violently. And it's just like their little body. Just like, ah. Oh, maybe that's not right. It should be like over here. Wait, hang on. Yeah, it should be like around the middle of the finger. Okay. Like that. That's what I mean when I say gripping you. But I said it to him, he didn't know. So, I said that I would explain to him later, but if you're here, if you're watching me, you know who you are. This is what I mean. I don't think I have... I feel like there's a very specific image in mind. Very sort of energy, like specific energy that the term gripping you has. And it's this kind of... I don't know, this is very poorly drawn, but I feel like this would be like a super muscular hand as well. Like... Oh god! Yeah. What am I doing? I don't know why it doesn't make me laugh so hard. But you know, like all like... I don't know where the veins are actually on the hand, but you know. I hope you guys get the idea. I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks of it this way, but this is the vibe that I hope when if I like text my friends, I'm gripping you. This is what I mean. Gripping you with force. Anyways. Moving on. Oh my god, I've been at this for 2 hours. I have not done very much, but that's okay. Ah, it's okay. I'll go for a little longer and then I'll end stream and kind of figure out what I want to do with this more before I stream it again next time. And maybe like fix that feather because I don't know. Something about it. It's throwing me off. I bet that it's just that I have to rotate it a little more. I'm like... Or like I need to kind of like... hang on. Ah! Like I need to like make it longer, I think. Maybe. Kinda. Maybe lower. See, I like how... Okay, this was the thing, this was the gripping you thing that I drew. Speaking of gripping you, something you're making me want... Ooh? Is it... I'm gonna guess it's Luca related, because Shu is on break. He didn't say anything. I'm trying to like look at like if he's saying anything in chat, in like in our little private chat, but he didn't. I'm gonna guess he's not here. But yeah. I'm gonna guess it's Luca related. Ah, I accidentally clicked the wrong app. Okay. Colors. I think maybe if I supposed to multiply, because I think this needs to be darker in terms of value than let's do a gradient map. There we go. That'll give me a good idea. I feel like, yeah, he's only gonna stick out if he's like this dark in value, I feel. But I know I'm gonna add like light to him, like from the top. Like I wanted to have light, like shining down like from here, and maybe like a little bit of bounce light from this feather kind of going up like here, just a little So I'm kind of wondering how, actually I think in terms of value that'll be okay, because it's not like, because I feel like the thing with light is like, or at least like that type of lighting, is less is more, and like, if you like do too much, it just like looks iffy. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. Less is more is the, yeah. That was the, I feel like that's something that I always like kind of forget about. I'm always like, oh, I need to add more light here and more light here, and then it just ends up looking like it's too much. And I'm like, this did not go as expected. I think I don't need that much contrast. Actually, wait, maybe I can just make this one darker. Maybe. How does that mess up my values? Okay. Okay. Look, I'm realizing now, I thought last stream was a fluke, because I had someone that I was speaking to. But I think when I stream, I don't make a lot of progress, because it's very hard for me to talk and draw at the same time. But that's okay. Because even if we're making baby progress, any progress is good progress. Or at least that's what I try to tell myself. Let's see. What in the world is this pattern on this pillar? What in the... Or maybe, how should I do this? Actually, what if I... Where's the light coming from here? Oh, it's coming from, like, the left. No, not the left, the right. The left? No, the right. Interesting. That's kind of throwing me off a little now, but that's okay. Just a little bit. Because I was gonna paint this a certain type of way. Like, I was gonna block in, like, these little shapes with a lighter color. But now I'm, like, having thoughts. Like, maybe I should just draw them in with a darker one and then figure out the color of the actual pillar, like, after. So what I should do is I should probably set this to a multiply later. Yeah, okay. I think that makes sense. And then, just clip it. I don't need to be super detailed with this, to be honest. It would be nice, but I don't have to be. little bit of hatch. Or actually, wait, should make the corners. I feel like when it comes to things that are, what do they call them? Kind of like, I guess, reliefs. The corners are like always darker, I think. Unless I'm gonna be wrong about this, like I was about the fisheye effect. But I'm gonna hope that I'm right. But that does give it a lot of contrast, and I'm looking like at my little thumbnail type of, not really thumbnail, but like, you know, the zoomed out version. I don't know if I... No, we'll keep going, it's okay. Is this one? Oh, of course it was. Oh my god, do a spoiler. Man, that event was super good too. We're gonna be coming out with banger after banger for events. I'm gonna try to finish pillars, maybe, like at least like these the details on the pillars, and then I'll end stream, because I've got a thing I need to do. But I'll watch the thing with you later as well. I think I can do both at the same time. I think I'm gonna watch the thing with you and do the thing I have to do at the same time. Because I don't think... Like, the thing I have to do is a Dungeons and Dragons related thing. I just have to do it before tomorrow. Like, tomorrow night-ish. But... it's through text, so I should be... A-okay. I just can't do it while I'm streaming. While I'm streaming, I mean. Because I only occasionally look at Discord when I'm streaming, like, just to make sure. If there's like anything going on that I'm missing. But yeah. Okay, I think let's do it like this. I think I'm gonna do the shading one. This is probably the better way to do these details than painting it on, because I just realized I'm gonna have to do this, like, it's the same type of, like, thing going on between, like, all the pillars, like, same kind of vibe of, the carvings. So then I can just copy and paste it. Oh, how I love copy and paste. Literally a lifesaver. I might try and work on this like a little more offline. And I feel like if I do that, it'll give me a better sense of direction, I guess, while I'm working on this on stream. Because like I started this and I kind of had like a vague idea of, okay, I'm gonna try and maybe like, you know, I'll do base colors and like start background today, but I did struggle a little with the background because I wasn't really, even though like I had my little reference, like my reference of Kanan like here, but you still kind of have to like, you know, think about it as you're working, and then like once you have a better idea of like your composition and all that, like then it comes a lot quicker. I feel like doing that kind of part on stream is like just me like staring at it and like fixing things and then erasing them and then drawing them again. It's a very repetitive process. It must be done. It's just like the little figuring things out stage, and then once you get it, it's like, ah, you're okay. Now we can get started. I feel like these are like so many things like that I never really speak about with art, like as I'm drawing, because it's just kind of like, I don't know, there's just so much going on in my head as I draw, and speaking them like out loud is like, it's kind of weird to me now. It's really weird. It's like an odd experience. Because I didn't realize just how much thought goes into literally every part of the illustration process, and how much like knowledge, like past knowledge, goes into it. And like now that I'm talking about all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, you think so much you don't know what you're thinking. That's literally it. Like, you don't realize that you're thinking. You don't realize that you're, like, thinking about, values, light sources, composition, anatomy. Well, I mean, anatomy, you kind of know you're thinking about anatomy when you're drawing anatomy, but, yeah. Like, there's just certain things that are kind of very much, like, back of your mind, and I feel like those are things, like, composition and value. For me, personally, it's, like, really composition and value that I, don't actively like think about, but they just kind of happen. I'm like, okay, this looks legit. Actually, but now I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious about like the values of some of my other drawings, like maybe like my Dark Knight one. Like, what if I? Where am I? Oh yeah, see, like this is kind of, yeah, like. Focus was over here, so that ended up being like the lightest part, and like same thing with the blood. Huh. But see, like here, I wasn't thinking too much about that. I was more thinking like, at least like my line of thought when I was messing around with colors for this one was more like, what makes this more visible, like, because before I added all of my, like, my gradient maps and my filters, this was it. Like, before I just did, like, my post-processing, it was like that. And I was kind of looking at that and I was like, she's missing something. And then I, like, it was just very, it was all like, I guess you would say, true colors, quote unquote, like, or yeah, like true perceived color, I guess. But then this ended up being the final thing, which I like more in terms of like, colors. It just looks more cohesive. Yeah. So that was interesting. Like this one, I wasn't. I guess that one, like I thought a little bit about value gripping. Ah, fuck. What about the Vox one actually? I don't think when I drew the thing for Vox's birthday, value. I didn't really think very much about value. I don't think I have. I think this one was like worse. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think with this one, I focused more on, like, depth of field to, draw a viewer's eye. Like, like, the hands of, like, the rest of Luxian here, like, they're more blurry. And then, like, all the foreground stuff is blurry compared to, like, Vox in the background. But I think in hindsight, I should have made them darker as well, I think. Because I think everything, at least like looking at it now, I feel like, yeah, I feel like everything is really, it's kind of similar in value. Like, yeah, I don't know. Value is not something I started thinking about very much until recently. It's interesting to see. Now I'm kinda, let's see. Oh my god, I keep getting gripping you back. That's okay, you can look at that. Hang on. Let's look at, now, I mean, I'm probably gonna end stream like in a second, but I am kinda wondering. Trying to find other drawings that had backgrounds in them. Let's look at, let's look at the Halloween one. Okay, here I kinda, like, background versus foreground, like here, like Harshpot and Stinian, like they're both very, like they're more light. Emmerich is more on the darker side out of everything, but interesting. That was my explanation! Like that's like, when I say gripping you, this is what I mean. Like this is it. This is me. This is like really small. This is me, and this is you. Okay? When I say gripping you, this is what I mean. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, back to the Ellisons. Very interesting. I wonder what now I'm kind of wondering what I would do differently in this. Because, I guess like the light, like the rim, I guess I'll call it rim light, kind of like gives him that contrast that he needs. Many thoughts. I have many thoughts now. Hang on, I'll do one more. I'm trying to think of any other, what was okay, wait, another, I'll try to think of like the bangers. Probably this one. Because this one did super well. This one also did fairly well. It was like probably my best one, like most liked one, I think. Until the Ellisons came along. See, this one I kind of popped off with colors on this. Like, it's very, like, the whole contrast and stuff, all that, between background and foreground, and thankfully for sure it was a atmospheric perspective tip. Loki saved her. Yeah. I want to pop off like this again in backgrounds. I'm hoping that I can pop off with this one, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Although I drew the background from reference fishy. Like, I know that. Because obviously, like, God knows I can't draw stairs. Stairs are hard. Very hard. Okay. Yeah. Alright. We can copy that. And paste that. Can we find... Wait. No, hang on. Yeah, no. Let's flip. Flip. Okay. We can work with this. Granddaughter. Oh. Farming that raid still traumatizes me. Still traumatizes me. Yeah, sure, fuck, I don't know. But yeah. Grand Blue, my beloved. Oh. Oh, now the song. Another punch in the gut. Okay. No, I'm okay. I'm normal. I'm totally normal. I totally have very normal feelings about this game. Realizing now that when I go back to like when I have my like classes again, and I'm gonna be living in that city, like I'm gonna be living, yeah, for like a little, you know, I'll be staying there for like a night or two per week, and I think I'll be like pretty much alone, which means I can blast my little music box of the song whenever I want. Which I'm kind of excited for. I felt very bad about blasting it when everyone else was there, because like, yeah, I don't know, you never really know what anyone else is doing and if it'll bother anyone. Just because I had my friend who was living like, right next to me, like her room was right next to mine. And I didn't want to disturb her, you know? Because, like, what if she had an exam soon? Oh, wait. Wrong layer. Yeah. But now I'll be able to do that. So I'm very excited. Very, very excited. Oh, I copied the wrong way. Okay, I should have copied this. Wait, no. This one? Yeah, this one has more. Okay. Let's do it like this, kinda. You know what tool would be good here? Liquify. Get out of the way, Sandy. Sandy. Oh. Never mind, get back in. I'll just do something random. Okay. Copy, paste. And... flip. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, actually, let's do it like... No, hang on. Can I liquefy this to move more to the side, maybe? Boom. You know what? We can work from this. We can work from this. Actually, I was talking to my friend as well today about like things like Etsy stores and like selling stuff, and then I remembered about my again every couple weeks I'll remember the little Final Fantasy XIV charms that I started making and never really finished. Like I think I was gonna do a set of 5? Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna do a set of 5. And I started one. And then I forgot about them. But I want to do them. I want to like actually finish them up. Cause like the one that I was working on, it was really cute. Actually, I don't know, I like it. But he's just there's a little Harshaphon, a little guy, a little fella. But of course, like it's hard to figure out. Certain things are like a little hard to figure out. I don't know. I have to do a couple things. So, what's this? When stream ends, I need to find like an actual I feel like there's like an actual gripping image, like very like forcefully, like violently, giant hand, little guy just crushing him type of image. I feel like I've seen something like that, but I don't know if I have it. But I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need it because my friend was up. You think so? Okay, so I'm not insane. Maybe what do I feel like you said? I feel like maybe Oos would have used something like that at some point. I feel like maybe they would have. Yeah, right? I feel like they give that kind of vibe. I might try and search their the 2 Twitters of theirs that I follow. And so I can give this friend an explanation. Because I don't think that this, just even without the you and me, I don't know. I don't think it really sells it. Like that one has like a certain unhinged energy. Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It's they definitely drew something like that. I mean, it's still a vibe. Like it's the vibe, you know? I could probably it's just DMs. Oh, yeah, I guess yeah, okay. I feel like now it's kinda coming back to me a little more. I think they did draw something like that. I think they did. Yeah. Okay. And I'll find it somewhere. And be like, this is the one. This is the vibe. When I say I'm gripping you, this is what I mean. Very violently, very forcefully. You are just a little guy. I do not care if you're taller than me. And I do not care if you call me, like, I don't know, a midget. Or say that I'm, like, 4'3". This is getting kind of personal now. It's hot. It's okay. It's okay. If you're here and you're listening, again, I am here to assert my dominance over you, whether you like it or not. To that certain specific person. Everyone else here is fine. Okay. I think that's the detailing on the pillars. I'll figure out lighting and whatnot maybe later. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think I'm probably gonna stop there for now. we made, again, some progress. We did base colors, we got like the general, I guess, direction for background. And blocked stuff in. I think I will try, like I'll try to like work on this a little more before next time I stream art stuff, maybe. Just cause, you know, to give myself a little more direction, so like I show more process. Although I feel like I talked a lot about my process today, like my thought process, compared to last time, which I feel like is nice. So, I'm going to my Twitter to check what I have on my schedule. Okay, here we go. Okay, so tomorrow I am offline. I'm taking a little break. Yeah, and then Friday, unless like someone decides to make plans with me that I did not know of, I plan on playing Nier at 7 p.m. Eastern. I want to start. I've been meaning to start this game. I was gonna start it last week. I had to cancel stream, but this time, this is the week. This is the week that we start Nier. It's happening. It's happening. To be, my beloved. Wait for me. I've been using your glam, your pants, and your or I guess like your tights and your boots in Final Fantasy XIV for so long. I feel like I have to play your game now. Yeah, so I will be playing Nier, and then no stream on Saturday, but we will be back with this piece, and hopefully I would have made progress on Sunday. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. Question mark? Probably not, no. So yeah, hopefully I will see you guys on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern for Nier. Yes. Until next time. Goodbye. Thank you for coming.